And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, let's take one more look at some of these numbers. It's a little bit wordy, but we'll get through it. Winter weather advisory in effect for the Snake River Plain, over in Wyoming, up north in Montana, and one more section well off into the distance behind the Central Mountains. All these areas closer to those lower amounts, 4 to 6 mostly. If you're in the Idaho Falls, Pocatello region, you're leaning towards that 4. If you're up in the mountains, more specifically the Montana, Wyoming ones, you're closer to 6 with some localized amounts higher towards 9 inches. Now, those are very small amounts and in the upper elevation. So once again, Idaho Falls, Pocatello, very low impact, but we are seeing some wind to make its way through across some of these systems making their way through. Now over in the winter storm warning, that's where you see is a little bit heavier snow, 9 to 13 in the pink area. That's mainly the entirety of the border of Wyoming and Idaho, up near Island Park, down south by Malad City, and as you head into Utah, you'll see a couple here and there as well. That's where you're seeing the 9 to 13. Very similar though, if you're in one of those upper elevation areas, closer to around 16. Some of those localized areas a little bit higher. That being said, first system making its way through on the storm tracker. We're actually split between 2 systems making their way through. The first one starting right now, making its way forward through tonight and into the morning tomorrow. Now past that, we're going to see a second system take over. I'll zoom it out because we have a decent amount of moisture on the west coast. Very different than what we saw yesterday with almost completely just cloudy conditions. First wave coming in, second wave right behind it. Going to hit Sunday night into Monday. Just pretty much stacked on top of each other. That's why a lot of those warnings are just throwing the accumulation together. But here's the first system starting to break up in the morning tomorrow. It'll pull back at around 10 in the morning. Fortunately, afternoon, you're going to see it start to build back in. So we'll move that. 4 o'clock completely broken, and then off in the distance at 10, you're seeing that next system make its way through. Very quickly tonight, pretty much everyone's seeing snow move in some way, shape, or form. Snake River Plain, Central Mountains, and the highlands in western Wyoming seeing temperatures warmer than average and seeing that snow make its way through, although they are going to start to move down. Now, the heaviest snow is in the highlands in western Wyoming, especially in those areas where I showed you that we're seeing 9 to 13. Over in the Central Mountains, persisting snow, a little bit lighter, closer to that 6 to 9. And then, of course, finally, the Snake River Plain closer towards that, 4 to 6 inches. Very light compared to everyone else. Temperatures a little bit cooler, but still above freezing. And as we hit that southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day, we're seeing a lot of those temperatures go back down. We saw a nice warmer weekend, and there is a 38 in there on Wednesday, but as we see that second system move through on Monday, snow makes its way around, winds kick up. It's 32 degrees, but it feels like 20 because the winds are pretty strong, 30 to 40 knots. And over in Idaho Falls, very similar. Snow on Sunday and Monday, Wednesday and Thursday as well, 35 and 31 on Wednesday and Thursday with that second system. A lot of those temperatures going down. Teton area, a little bit more snow than everyone else with that 9 to 13, Sunday and Monday, Wednesday and Thursday specifically, although Wednesday and Thursday is a little bit more broken. And then finally for the Central Mountains, Sunday and Monday with the snow moving through, Wednesday and Thursday with some snow moving through as well. And while we did see a break for today, it was nice and warm. It was actually good skiing weather out there. It's going to turn back around as this snow comes back through.
But more snow.
Yeah.
Okay.